Hi, everybody. My name is Lisa Bergman, and I am so happy that you were able to join me today for this call or webinar on social media. So, team members of mine, thank you for being on this call. I am going to keep it muted for a while because I found that having everybody participate is very distracting. So, if you have questions for me, feel free to just text me on my phone. That's probably the way I'm going to see your question fastest. Or you can post your questions on the Facebook events page, and I'll be switching back and forth watching for your questions. So let's get started. Thank you for being part of this call. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that we can just talk through a few of these things, and you'll be able to see things that way. The purpose of this class is really to give you all an overview of the things that we're trying to do here with social media. Certainly not all encompassing. I did find that the link to Mitch Waite's website, which will be doing more, 12 hours of training on this, and I will post that link in a few minutes, probably at the end of this social media presentation, so that all of you can access his training, which is going to by far outweigh the training that you get for me today. So let me just talk a few things a little bit about just the general idea of what we're going to do with Facebook. In fact, maybe I'll switch screens for a minute and just show my Facebook page. Hold on here. Okay, so for all of you who can see this, in fact, let me check and make sure that people are not having a hard time getting on. Okay, so you can see this is actually, this could be any kind of doTERRA event. I set this up for you in the same way that I'm going to show you how to set it up for everybody else. I basically create an event in Facebook, and I tie it to a Google Hangout, which then records the presentation live, and it will allow me to share my screen. It will allow me to do a PowerPoint presentation, and it will allow me to invite people to the actual presentation so that you can participate that way too. And you just go in and create the page and broadcast it the way I am going to now. What's really great about this is you can do all kinds of advertising on Facebook, or not advertising, but just posting different things. And I'll show you my webpage that, let's see, that gives you some examples of that. You want to post content that is applicable to your audience, and you'll see I've posted a bunch of things. You want to post everything a couple of times a day, different things, and get people who come to your website because you're giving them rich information. Okay, I just got a text. Okay. We're still good. Are you good? Okay. You should not have to register to get on this this site. You do not need a Google account to be in Google Hangouts. For those of you, text me if you're having trouble getting onto this presentation. I just had one person say she did. Okay, let me go back to my PowerPoint presentation. Social media, how it's affecting your business. Okay, you're going to start, those of you who do not already have a business page, this is how you can create one. If you've created your own personal page, there is a create page link from that page that takes you to this page. Or you can simply go to facebook.com/pages/create and go in and type in your company organization. The arrow is actually pointing in the wrong place. You want to type in company, organization, or institution. So that's where you go to set up your business Facebook page. Before you do that, you want to make sure you know what you're talking about or the audience that you're talking to, so that everything you put on that page, even your cover page that represents who you are, is speaking to your audience. And you can do this by thinking about three things. First of all, what is your why? Why are you in business? Why are you passionate about these products? What drives you and motivates you in the first place? And then a lot of times that will help you focus on who that will resonate with. And you think about your audience. Often your audience is a reflection of who you are. So when I say what problem is your audience facing, you might also ask, what problems did I face or am I facing? And how do I solve those problems, or how would I like those problems to be solved? And then what emotional experience do you want your audience to have? So these are questions that might be able to help you with branding. You may want to reach to your upline and talk about this, because this is going to be critical in setting up your Facebook page. And some of you have already set that page up and have come to this part, or maybe heard this exact presentation at the retreat or at the monthly training. It's not going to be the same as the training, trust me. So I'll get through this. One thing I'd like to really talk about is when you're thinking about doing something on Facebook, you want your audience to enroll the enrollers. So you want your audience to be the people who are already networked, already have leads that come through, already have an audience themselves. So your end user may be a mom with 3 young children, but who enrolls that mom? Where does that mom go? Is it the school teacher that she talks to? Does she see therapists? Does she see a spa? Does she go to the spa? Does she go to yoga? Who are the people who can get in touch with that end user? And those are the people that you're looking for, and those are the people you're going to target on Facebook. Okay, now, again, this is just a little bit more on branding. In general, when you name your Facebook page, you want it to correspond also with a website. And you can go on GoDaddy.com and make sure that the website's free, and go on Facebook and make sure it's free on Facebook. If your name is available, then brand your own name. That's always the best. I unfortunately have a name that's common enough that those websites were already taken. So I had to do as best as I could. And that's where I got Lisa's Life Essentials. At least my first name is in there. And the essentials part and the life part kind of talks to the audience I'm looking for, essential oil audience who is interested in this life-giving life. Here's an example of our leader, Rebecca Hinsey. She has branded herself. This is RebeccaHinsey.com. And it's all about the things that she's done as an author, as a doTERRA wellness advocate. She has managed to brand herself, and she owns that website. Okay, I don't know why I've kept. So if you want to cover page, once you've just determined your brand, you can, and set up your company on Facebook, you can go in and create your own cover page that reflects that brand. And you can literally Google the photo sizes of all the different things, all the different posts and cover pages and profile pictures that you need, so that you get the right dimensions. For the cover page to be the right dimensions, you want it to be this size, 851 by 315. Now, in the photo page, there are a number of different photo editing software products. Pixlr is probably my favorite one because it is free and it's something that you can just access on the internet. I know a couple of the people I know use GIMP. That's another free one, I believe. Some people already have Photoshop on their computer, so that's an easy one. And PowerPoint actually has some fairly easy ways to create images just using PowerPoint. let me just give you, you can go to an image. Well, you know what, maybe I'll hold that for last. If people want me to go in and show them how to do that, I can. Type that formatting size that you want, add your image and any kind of pictures that you want to create that cover page, and upload that into your business page. Okay, I'm just gonna talk a little bit more about content. Content is the name of the game. It's really important, again, to make sure your content is targeted to your audience and you're putting things on there that give them a reason to visit your website, or your Facebook page, I should say. So remember, not everybody is going to, when people go to Facebook, why do they go there? Mostly it's to be entertained, right? They just want to catch up with their friends. They might want to watch a funny story. They may go there for some information, some great recipes, maybe something funny. Sometimes they go there to get the opinions of other people. So we've got to make the Facebook page something that can accomplish that doesn't look just like you're trying to sell your stuff. So putting a variety of different content on and then testing that content to see how it's being responded to by your audience is really powerful. So I'll give you an example. Mitch found that the #1 thing that people liked about his page also happened to be oil uses. So he is putting mostly oil uses on his website. You may find that your people really like to know about something inspirational. I'm finding from my audience that they tend to like things that are quotable quotes or images from nature or things that relate to service in the community. So you're going to have to try and see, test things and keep it smooth. The general rule for content on Facebook is to add something once in the morning and maybe once in the later afternoon. That tends to be, you can test when your audience is most receptive to that. In general, I'm finding that people tend to look at their Facebook pages at those times of day. You'll see here on this page, there is a reference, "Oh, she glows." One of my leaders, Jenny Ferguson, had put this hashtag on her Facebook page, and I followed it right up to this lady's Facebook, and she had put in all kinds of content that made me want to visit her page on a regular basis. Whoop, sorry, I got to get rid of this little screen here. Oh, She Glows, she's got ohsheglows.com and an Oh, She Glows Facebook page. And there's all kinds of recipes and really fun information that people would want to know about. And I like that she's using the hashtags. That helps you look up content across multiple platforms. Okay, so another really important post that you'll find is going to be helpful when you're adding content to your Facebook pages is offering something free. And I recommend doing a weekly giveaway. In this case, I just bought a family physician kit, and every week I'm giving away something from the family physician kit. And the things that I'm trying to do by that is, of course, increase the number of people who see this and increase the number of people who like my page. So the value here is if somebody shares the post, they like my Facebook page, and then they comment. Now, they're not going to know how to comment about Slim and Sassy, but they might comment on the last time they had a healthy food or what their favorite foods are. And of course, those 3 things need to be met for them to win the giveaway. I call it the warm bread philosophy because this copies the Great Harvest philosophy. They would make sure everybody who came into their store got a big slice of warm bread with a big hunk of butter on it. And it was absolutely free. And it caused a great, there's actually a philosophy here that when people get something, there's this kind of understood feeling of wanting to repay. So getting something from you causes your audience to want to listen to you and pay you back for that. It also generates a number of positive responses from your audience, and it tends to be one of the posts that gets highest ranked in my weekly posts. I also happen to pin it to the top, so that's the first thing everybody sees. And I do need to give you some advice that Mitch gave me. He said, create this and post it the first of the week. So this will be posted first thing Monday morning, and then you want to post the prize or the winner the next day on Tuesday afternoon. So the post on Monday, and then the following week, the Tuesday after, you would post the winner for that prize. Now, is this an expense for you? Yeah, it is an expense. You're talking, if you break up a family physician kit, that gives you 10 oils, and they're about, if you divide them equally, it's about $15 per bottle that is part of an investment for you in being able to generate interest and get what you need out of this advertising. It's actually not bad when you consider how much it really can cost to do advertising. Okay, I'm just going to stop right now and see if I have any questions on my Facebook page. Whoop, let me go to events. Okay, this is where you want to post if you have questions. Just write your post right here, and I'll periodically check and see if you have any posts for me. Okay, let me go back to the presentation. Okay. Okay, so that's the content. Now, the giveaways are not going to be so important until you actually have people who like your page. So those of you who already have between 2,000 and 3,000 likes, that's going to be super easy. You can start your marketing right away. Those of you who have less than that are going to want to get likes on your page. Now, there's an easy way to do this and a hard way. You're going to need to pay Facebook to help you get those likes, unless you know 3,000 friends right off the bat. Of course, you want to start with the ones that are free. So go ahead and put a status update on your Facebook page telling everybody that you'd like them to like your page. And you can post that at different times so that everybody knows, or everybody has, full exposure and can see that. You can also use the invite box on your page to invite your friends individually to like your Facebook pages. Now, you don't want to do this until you have content on your Facebook page. So be sure and load your Facebook page with plenty of content so that when people do see your site, they're not just going to an empty warehouse. They're actually seeing the content that is valuable and will be valuable to them and to other people. Now, the next thing you want to do is actually pay to promote your page. This does not have to cost a lot of money. In fact, I'm getting fairly cheaply. And this is a little trick that Mitch taught me. He said to set your budget about $5 a day for 3 to 7 days max. And find ways that you can, let's see. Oh, I kind of put this out of order. The engage with your audience, comment and tag a message or comment on timeline. Those are things that you can do when people do make comments on your page or make posts or put messages on there. You want to be sure that you are responding to those comments and showing that you're active on that Facebook page. But you have to promote the page first. Okay, so let me show you how to do that. You're going to go to your manage ads, and maybe I will just hop over there right now. Okay, so I'm here on my Facebook page. Let me get to my business page here. And over here, under Build Audience, I want to just click Promote Page. From there, I'm going to choose my audience, and here I'm going to fill in the Philippines, all of the English-speaking places. And you're going to, I'm just hold on, hang in there. I'm going to explain why the Philippines is on here. Okay, so Philippines, crying out loud, I'm not doing this right, but you get the idea. Right here under location, you're going to type these different countries. Belize is one of them. This isn't showing up very well. Canada is not showing up. Okay. Sorry, I'm making sure I'm on the right page. This is where you're going to set your daily budget. So I'm going to put that down to $5 a day. How many days I want to run the ad, or I can just click the date here. And then I'm going to promote the page. That's all I do. Add my 7 countries right here. And you can probably change that target age. You're going to want to increase it to probably about age 30. That's where we tend to find most of our wellness advocates. And maybe reduce that to age 50. Okay, so you just go in there and you're going to edit those 2 things, select women and promote page, and this will run on all of those different countries' websites, and you'll start getting the links. You can go here to Ads Manager. Let's see, let's cancel this. Cancel the promotion. And you can go back and see how well your ads performed. So you can see some of my first ads. I got 4 cents per page like. Now, if you were just to target like the United States, where we probably want most of our people to be, you're going to do something like this, which is what I tried to do, and I paid about $1.45 per page like. That gets really expensive, and you'll notice I don't even reach that many people. Don't do it this way. We have a kind of a little trick around the Facebook algorithm where, yes, your likes are going to be skewed outside of the country, specifically the Philippines, and they're not really your audience. But what doTERRA does is if you have applicable content, what should be getting responses is not, Facebook will actually switch those algorithms so it's more consistent with the market you're looking for. So it's kind of hard to understand, but it's a much cheaper way to get your page likes. This is not meant to do long term. It's just long enough to get your audience or your page likes ready so that you can do some of the other things that we need to do to get to boost and market your page. Okay, I'm going to check and see again if I've got any questions about that. And next time I'll open a different window so I don't have to toggle back and forth. Okay, I don't see any questions. If you guys have questions but you just are not on my Facebook page, my phone number is 540-454-4472. Go ahead and text me and I will answer those questions that way if that's easier for you. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so None of this will matter at all if you do not have events. You're going to need events because that's how you're going to be able to close people and get them to purchase your product. And this is just a little cover page that I developed for my events. You can create your own. It's the same way that you create your Facebook cover page. I made it very simple. We tend to get better results with women who are looking at the camera, so I tried to find pictures like that that would be eye-catching. And when Facebook shrinks this banner, you want the middle section is what most people are going to see. So I made sure that my words were in the middle. You'll also notice that I put a place there. It's interesting that you would do that because it's an online class. We could do that anywhere, right? But it's really helpful to have an actual location to call specific people to. And you can actually do these events by location. The last one I just did in the Ashburn, Virginia area, and I did it within about 25 miles of that region. And those were the people that came to my class, which is really great because then I can have live events too that I invite them to. So you probably want to target a specific region so that you can more easily follow up with that group of people when they do enroll. Okay, so let me just go through the process of setting up a Facebook event, and I will toggle back to my Facebook page to show you how to do this. Okay, so let's open a new window. Okay. Once you have an event, really easy to copy that event. Just go say, I think I might even be able to do it here. Edit the event. No. I actually have to click on it. Okay, so right up here, you're going to have event. Create event. Just click on that and say what the event's about. Now, there is some wording that you can just go on my Facebook page and copy if you'd like. These are the things you're basically telling people that you're going to send samples to them. The first people in Virginia who RSVP and message you your information, their information, will get samples ahead of the class. And then we tell them what's in the class, and we use those samples when we're doing the class. Now you see down here, there's another link that says add a link for guests to get tickets. This link is you're going to get that by creating a Google Hangout. And that I'm not sure I can do and still be on this call. Let me see if it's even possible. So you definitely want to have your own Gmail account. I would create a Gmail account that corresponds with your business name. So I created a new Gmail called Lisa's Life Essentials. And what I'm going to do is go over here to the Google Plus page. And under Home, I'm going to click Hangouts. Okay. Now I'm going to schedule a Hangout on Air and start a Hangout on Air. And I'm going to give it a name and tell people what it's about. And I actually could paste that same information in there that I put on my Facebook event page. And I'm going to schedule that later. Let's schedule it for 9 o'clock tonight, let's say. Okay. And sure, I'll open that to the public. Okay, so then you're going to share that. So I just created a Google Hangout on Air. And that automatically creates some links for me. It creates my event page link, a link to a YouTube page, and a video embedding page. This one, the one that's already highlighted, is the one that I need to use to click here in the ticket events place. And right here, I'm going to say online class. Okay, so the minute I do that, I want to say that it's just a class. Learning class. The time that I'm going to do it, which is 9 o'clock, and I can create that. Once that's created on both of those, you're going to be able to see what you see here on this event page. So another event here, just like these other events that have been set up. And when you click on that event, you have all this information that you've cut and pasted into that event. And for people to join your event, they do what you just did to get onto my event. They click on the Find Tickets, and they're at your event. That's going to take them to the page that you went to watch this webinar. Okay, let me go back and see if you guys have questions about this. Okay. I don't see any questions. You guys are good. Either you're good or I'm talking to myself. How are we doing, everybody? If anyone would like to text me if you're not getting through, please let me know. Otherwise, I think I'll just keep going. Okay. Okay, so that's how you set up your event online. Now, there are other ways to do it, and I'm going to explore just using GoToWebinar. I think that might actually be easier for me. There is a cost in using that type of a setup. There's also a free conference free, but a channel. So then people can go back anytime. I can share that link with people. It's automatically recorded. I don't have to worry about it after I've presented that. So that's one thing that makes it nice. Although I think you can do the same thing with your other webinars. Okay, oh, good. I got a text from Sarah. She said she's listening. It's so good to get feedback, hearing that people can hear me and that this is working. So thank you for your feedback. Okay. Okay, good. I need to refresh my, can you guys hear me? Is my mic still dead? I just got a text saying that my mic is dead. Okay, I'm back. All right, good. Thank you, Stephanie, for letting me know. Okay, good. All right. There are some ways that you can promote your event on Facebook, and you're definitely going to want to pay to promote your event. If you don't pay, you're not going to reach the audience. What Facebook does is they actually lower the number of people who see your event page unless you pay for that targeting. So there are some tools out there you can use so you can get actual email addresses of people on Facebook. One of them is icerocket.com. That is a free website that you can go to, and you can literally just punch in something. Like if you want to hear something about depression, then you just type in, maybe type, and anybody who has posted anything about being sad, that you're going to find those, what they've posted on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. Those email addresses will come up, and you can literally paste those into your promotion event to promote those to people. Or you can actually look up people as individuals, try to message them, and contact them that way. Another really cool that Mitch does, we don't really have time to get into it today, but I'll just kind of brush over it. It's called Social Lead Freak. This is a program that, okay, I'm talking too fast. I'll try and slow down. Okay, Social Lead Freak is a program that you can pay, I think it's $100 a year, and it will literally search for email addresses for you on Facebook based on information you need. So for example, if your audience was yoga instructors, you could go in and type in a search for that and so freak, and it will give you those email addresses that you could then plug into your event and you post on Facebook. Okay, I have several emails. Let me just check and see if we've got more questions. Okay. Sounds like my voice is coming in and out. I'm really sorry about that. And I think for what I'm going to do in the future is just try to use GoToWebinar and see if that makes a difference. I think internet connection is going to be a big deal, and making sure you have a really solid internet connection for this. Okay, the other thing, I mentioned samples. One of the things that you don't get in an online class is the ability to pass around an oil, right? So we've got to do the best we can to get those samples in the hands of the people attending the class. The idea, you want to give them free samples in advance, and you want to advertise at least a week in advance so you can get those samples in the hands of the people attending the class. And that's why you put that, when you're creating the event, you put that on your Facebook page to say, hey, the first 15 people who message me, I will send out samples. And then you're, requiring them to send you a message. And what you want in that message is their address, their home address, so you can send samples to them. And you're also going to want their email address. That'll be really important, so you can send them an email reminder in advance of this class. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? So send out samples, and you can choose which samples. Obviously, there are going to be samples that are applicable to your class, and you want to keep it really simple. I found that you don't want to send a lot of what to do with the samples, because that's what the class is going to do, and you want them to attend the class. So just a few samples, and then maybe your business card or a cute little card that reminds them about the class event itself and when to sign in and when to get on the event. Okay, so let me just review. You're going to create an event in Facebook. If you choose to use Google Hangout on Air, you're going to create an event on Google Hangout on Air and link the two together. Okay, somebody said, I don't have the same tabs as your Facebook page. Does that mean I have the wrong type of page? Not necessarily. You can actually choose which tabs show up on your Facebook page by simply, let me go there. Okay. Okay, so these are the tabs I think you're talking about. You see I have timeline, about, events, photos, and more. Over here under more, you can click this arrow and manage tabs and decide which tabs you want to show up and which order they want. So if I want events first, I can move that to first or change positions. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Let's see, do I have any other questions? How many samples do I send to each person? That's totally up to you. I decided, I'm kind of experimenting to see what I need to do. I ended up being pretty generous. I sent lemon, lavender, peppermint, and a little packet of deep blue. so that they get the basic oils that we usually talk about. I think I put On Guard in there too, but I think that's optional. It's your decision how many you want to send out. I would send out more than one because they're not going to have much to work with if they just have one sample. And I think the samples need to be relevant to the class. So I'm going to be doing a class on sleep this Thursday. So I'm going to send out lavender. Maybe I'll send out Aroma Touch or vetiver or something like that, balance, that helps people with sleep. I probably won't be sending out On Guard this time or lemon. So again, that's going to vary and it's going to be up to you. Okay, do we have other questions? Let me go back and look on the Facebook page and refresh this to see if we have any new questions posted there. Okay, good. Everything's good here. This is great. Oh, see, I need to remember to refresh my page. That's why I didn't see your comments earlier. Okay, I'm working through this too, everybody. I'm learning how to do these online classes right here along with you. So thank you for your patience. Okay, I don't see any other questions. So let me just move on back to my presentation. And you'll probably need to do this too when you are doing your classes. Go back and forth and watch for messages or responses, and then answer those as you go along, or you can just ask people to reserve their questions to the end and go back and look at them later. You may even, since nobody knows really who is on this event, you may even, let's say only one person registered for your event, you could actually just make it sound like a lot of people have registered and say, hey, yeah, I'm gonna go check my page right now. In fact, if you have two computers, you could easily do this. Just go to your other computer and check your Facebook page and see what questions have been asked, or you could make up some questions. Oh yeah, so-and-so asked me about this. And oh, actually you don't want to say names, right? Probably don't want to share people's names if they're wanting to be confidential. But you could share the question that they asked or create a question of your own that's commonly asked to make it fresh and make it sound like a lot of people on the page, even if there aren't a lot of people on the page. Okay. I think I've answered the questions still that have come up. Okay, I'll keep checking back to see if there are other questions, and I will also answer any questions at the end, and we can go through any kind of demonstration, especially for people who want to stay on after and learn more about this. Okay. By the way, a few of you have asked about and tried to get onto Mitch's social media for WA's site. He had told me a couple weeks ago that they were closing the site down, except for those who'd already registered until further notice. But I did notice, I did receive a response from his account administrator that he opened it up and he sent me that link. So I'll go ahead and post that link so you can register for this 12-hour class. I think I said that at the beginning. I'm repeating myself, aren't I? Okay, so anyway, there's that. Okay, I am not going to show this video because it's not going to stream. You're not going to be able to see it. But if you access Mitch's 12-hour training, he has a video that explains everything about setting up a virtual event and preparing for that event. Okay, I think I already said that. Okay, at the end of your event, the ideal is to have a Facebook landing or a website that has a landing page that you can take people to. And I'll show you an example by taking you right to Mitch's landing page, which is right here. This should link over. Okay, so what he does is he offers a free bottle of wild orange for everybody who completes a survey. You wouldn't have to offer it to everyone. You could offer it to, you could put them in a drawing and decide, say, you know, anyone who completes the survey will be entered into a drawing to win something free. He chose to give it to everyone who completes this survey. And so you go through and you write your name down on the survey, and then this is gonna be where he qualifies you to know how he can help you to do more. So what are you interested in doTERRA? What oils are you interested in trying? How interested are you in getting started with using doTERRA essential oils? Are you interested in a kit to get started? How interested? Check here if you are already a customer wellness advocate. Now, this is actually a really important point. You are a crossover, so you're going to have people who are already enrolled and on someone else's team who may want to attend your event. Clearly, it's not serving them or you for you to give them products that you're using for your lead generation. So if they've checked that they are a wellness advocate, of course, that is from receiving the free Wild Orange. And at the bottom that you can put on there to show people that, you know, unfortunately, you're not giving that away to existing customers. And I like the way he put it, due to company ethical guidelines, they don't want anyone stealing customers from anyone else. So it gives you a good reason not to have to give everybody the samples. And that's also true for the samples that you're giving to people who register and want those samples in advance. You want to qualify them and make sure that they are not already enrolled as wellness advocates, or you're obviously just giving your samples away, and that's not the point. The point is to make money. Okay, once people submit, this actually takes them to a second page, and I will show you what that looks like by showing you another way to do this. If you don't have the web page, I asked Mitch actually, what can we do for people who haven't set up their web page yet, but they really want to get started with the Facebook marketing? And we had this idea to set it up through Google Docs. And it does the same thing. It takes you to a survey where the person is going to enter their name. It's all the same questions that Mitch asks on his web landing page, except that we've set it up in Google Docs instead of on the landing page. Okay, so they're gonna fill this out. Very interested in getting started. I want the diamond kit, of course. Oh, but look, I'm already a wellness advocate. Okay, so I'm going to submit this. Whoops, I didn't fill something in all the way. What did I miss? Let's try it again. Somehow it's not letting me off. Must be a number greater than 0. Yes, it is. Maybe there's no spaces. Maybe that's why. Let's try that. Okay, so then it's going to take, this is similar to Mitch's page. Well, actually not. I'll show you his page. A very simple way to do this is to thank them, know you'll be in touch, and then send a link to your website where they can enroll. Now, in my case, I've paid for a website, direct them right to the enrollment kits, and they can choose a kit if they want to. Okay, that's going to show them, makes it really easy for them. That's the whole reason I actually have paid for this website, is because I think it's the easiest way for people to choose a kit. There's no other way to do that other than to link the doTERRA website, actually maybe show them in advance how to get there. Now for Mitch's website, let me think. I may have, by the way, if you want to use him as an example, which I did many times, just go to Essential Oil Leadership. Come on. Essential Oil Leadership. There you are. And you can see some of the things that he's done with his Facebook page. You'll see that he has a lot of content just showing people, telling people about oils. Oh, you know, one thing I didn't mention, if you look at these posts that he has, you'll notice a couple of things about them. First of all, he's not making any health claims. Did you notice that? Recharge yourself. It doesn't say, you know, gets rid of cancer, right? Oregano, become unattached to negative influences. Isn't that great? Safety, stability, and trust, vetiver, and there's a big tree. Isn't that beautiful? And then he actually makes sure all of these posts link people back to this page. So if someone shares this, he's loving that because he's getting more and more exposure on his website. Okay? So that's what you want to do, is create things, everything at the bottom, so that it's getting linked back to you. And you can share other people's posts too. That just gives more validity to what you're doing. Okay, so from here you can actually go to Mitch's website. And this is the page we'll get linked to. This video, this is why it's kind of fun to have a actual web page, landing page, because this is where people would go. And you can record your own video, and you can talk about all of the things that are hard to talk about just in an event. It's all written down here, how much you can earn, what you can do as a business. What he talks just about the family physician kit. You may choose to talk about others. And he actually offers a guarantee to people to help them. That's another discussion for another day. Okay, and then this is the form that they fill out. They put all their information in here, even their credit card information, which he then uses to input their data later. Okay, Stephanie asked me, what tool does Mitch use for the survey? He uses an actual website. So there are tools under the host he uses, post.com, pages that you can create. Questions we have. Are you sending full-size samples, and what's the postal format you are using? It varies. It depends on what I have. If I have a full-size sample, I will. If you're just ordering the family physician kit, then you can just, you know, you're going to want to disclose that it's a 5 milliliter sample, because that's the size in those kits. If I have other ones that maybe I got a free, you know, maybe your product of the month, you might want to use those products of the month that are helpful for your giveaways. Okay, do we have other questions? Okay. I don't see any other questions, but now actually would be a good time to either text me and post me your questions, and I'd be happy to answer them. If you want me to show you a little bit how to use Pixlr, I can do that. Or we can even schedule another time for follow-up, which would, and what I would do is actually set it up as a webinar so that I can turn on and off your voices. In fact, let me see. Yeah, I don't think I can. Let me see if I can figure out how to turn your voices on. I don't think I can with it being set up this way. I'm going to stop my screen sharing for now, and you can just see my, hi everybody. I don't want you to see my face either. But let me see, Q&A. Here we go, Q&A. This feature is disabled, why? Okay. I think what I actually have to do is invite you to be able to participate in this Q&A. And what I do by doing that is whoops, I'll share my screen so you can see. Share. I add you here. So there's this little piece right here that says invite people, and I can send an email to those of you who I already know are on here. Sarah is on here. Let's see. Your email account or your email name, I can just put you on here. If you're already in my circles, you're going to show up. I think Stephanie is one of the few people who can do that. So I can invite her to that. And all of you really, if you would like that to happen, I can go ahead and invite you right now. And we can have a question and answers session and do it through this Google Chat window. Does that work for people? If you want that, then go on to this Facebook page here. Just type in your email. I'll cut and paste it and send you an invitation. If it doesn't appeal to you, then send me a quick question and I will answer it the best I can. Or we can follow up at another time. I can certainly send you the recorded audio from this event if it helps, if it makes sense to you. And it will also be on my YouTube channel. You can actually get the link. The link to that audio is on that same page that you access to watch this webinar. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you for attending. Those of you who got what you needed out of this conversation can feel free to end the video chat. Those of you who have questions can either post them or send me your email, and I will go ahead and invite you to the page where we can have more of a chat. Thank you so much. Okay, no questions so far. I'm waiting for you guys to let me know what to do. Okay, let me just refresh this page and see if we've got any more posts. I'd love to follow up. Okay. Oh, you know what? I promised that I would post the link to that website. So let's see. I got a message with it. I'm trying to find that message so I can post it. Stephanie, if you're still on this call, I know I emailed it to you. I don't know if you can go onto your email and find that post that I sent you. It should be in your email. Okay, let me refresh. Okay, got an email. I got an email from Meg. Do we have any others? Okay, keep letting me know what your Okay, I got a message from Stephanie. at Google. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, Jennifer, you want me to invite you? Okay, I'm just going to start inviting people. So please, actually, the easiest thing would be for you to text me your email so I don't have to toggle back and forth. So text me your emails. And I did get yours, Meg. Yes, I did refresh it and I got yours. So I'm going to invite you, Meg. And it looks like Stephanie and Jen want me to add them. So let me go ahead and do that. Why am I not able to add Jennifer? Come on. It's Jennifer OTEY@gmail, right? I think. Okay. Okay. Okay, I've invited a few of you. Let's see. Sarah, let me invite you. Okay. All right, so we've got Jennifer, Sarah, Meg, I've invited, Stephanie. All four of you should have an invite to this page. Okay, Lewis, I have you on here too. Oh, sorry, yeah, Mary. Yeah, sorry, Mary, I was just looking at Lewis. None of you have gotten it? Okay, let me try again. I'm not sure if you're getting these. I'm getting your text, Mary. I did send you a link. Did you get it? I sent it again. Okay? Nothing. Nobody's getting this. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure what else to do. I've invited you. You know what we could do is try to just set up a video hangout. I can stop this broadcast. And if you guys want to just go to Lisa's Life Essentials, we can just set up a new Google Hangout, and I'll invite you to that. Does that sound good to everybody? Because for some reason this is not allowing you guys to get on. It might need to be a separate call. That's what I'm thinking, Jennifer. Maybe we should just end this one and start a new one. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. All of you who have given me your emails, I'll go ahead and set up another video hangout and invite you guys to it. Okay? All right, send me your emails and I will invite you on a new one. I'm going to go ahead and hang up on this one, stop the broadcast, so I can start a new one for all of you. So sorry about that. I don't know why I can't get you on this one, but we'll just hang up and try again. Okay? Thanks. Goodbye, everybody.